Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while, and I will be back, and I am trying to start uploading videos on a daily basis from now on. I do have a stable internet connection for now, so we'll see how things go. For anyone wondering, I am staying safe. Everything is okay. As you all know, with the situation between Russia and Ukraine, with the invasion. So yeah, I've been away thanks to Putin. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to stay away from politics in this video and all the future videos as well, even though that may be a bit hard for me considering the situation. But I do want to thank all the donations, and I do want to thank everyone for all the support and all the messages. Now, jumping into Luna. So obviously Luna, as always, is a very strong asset. As you can see, the pullback over here that we saw at the beginning of March. And by the way, I haven't been following anything crypto related since February 24th. So I might not know some big news that has been, revealed, or anything major happening. Like, I literally was not following crypto news at all. So if I miss out on something, I do apologize. So yeah, with this pullback over here, as you can see, we saw Luna dipping down to $76. This is the 4-hourly chart. Let me jump back into the daily chart. That's what I want to be looking at right now. So on the daily chart, we'll jump back into the 4-hourly to take a look at the rising wedge here. But on the daily chart, as you can see, we went all the way down here, didn't even bounce from the 20 EMA, which I always give you the 20 EMA, the exponential moving average, as a nice support level. Below that, you have the 55 EMA, so look out for that. If we see another crash, the markets are very volatile, so look for entries around about $72 to $73. Also, dollar cost averaging at the 20 EMA at around about $80 to $83 is a good idea as well. Now, zooming out over here, we do have a Fibonacci retracement set up. So as you can see, this Fibonacci is set up with a swing low over here, May 24th of 2021, and the swing high is back in March of 21. So as you can see, we have reached the 1.618 over here, got a bit overextended from the 20 EMA, had a correction, had a pullback to the 1.414. From there, we're breaking out of the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement, and we can potentially expect a pullback to this area if there is a pullback, because Luna is a very strong asset, but right now we're failing to break through the previous all-time high. There's a lot of resistance in this zone, which is expected, to be honest with you, but if we don't manage to break through this zone, I do expect a pullback at least to the 20 EMA or the 55 EMA. So make sure to have your buy orders ready and set to go. And we did break through the 1.618, and we are potentially expecting a back test of support so that we can confirm this zone as a strong support level at $65.50. You do see a nice move over, a nice bounce from the 1.618 over here. And it was held as support over here as well back in December. So this is a level that we should be eyeballing. And I would wait right now. I wouldn't jump into Luna right now myself, because we are potentially in this rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern. And as you all know, we talk about patterns a lot over here. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of you, or most of you, are familiar with these patterns. But jumping into the daily chart, let's see what the relative strength index has to say. So as you can see, we are printing a bearish divergence on the daily chart, which means the price action is printing a higher high, but the relative strength index is printing a lower high. Now, this is showing us that the bull, or the steam of the bulls, is running out, and we are potentially going to see a pullback. Basically, this just shows that this second move is a lot weaker than the previous one. And as you can see over here, if I zoom into the RSI, you can see that we were in the overbought zone here, and this was a great exit point. All of you following the channel for quite a while now know that anything above the index of 70 on the daily and the weekly chart suggests that this is a great exit point if you're looking to sell, obviously. and waiting for a pullback to re-enter. So that's something that you should be looking at. Now let's jump back into the 4-hourly chart real quick over here and set ourselves a target out of this rising wedge. So a rising wedge is basically a triangle shaped pattern. And as you can see, it is rising because it is continuously going up, and it is getting tighter and tighter. And usually what happens with these rising wedges is that you end up breaking to the downside. Now, if you start breaking to the downside, where is our target? So basically the target is where the rising wedge was created, and I'm going to give you that target right now. So $76 is the target, or 77 to be safe. So potentially what you can see is another potential move to the upside from here, a rejection from the all-time high, and a move to the downside over here. You can potentially consolidate and then eventually get back to this target, because that is where it was created. This was a resistance zone over here. We saw the back test of support and a rising wedge, another back test, which is going to give us a nice double bottom potentially over here. So yeah, this is just a hypothetical. Obviously, we can invalidate the pattern at any time if we break through this resistance and eventually back test it as support and move on. That is also something that we can expect. And the $127.50 price is our target over here as the second fib level. And we've had that target for many months right now. As you can see, we got to the 1.618. And I do apologize for all the sounds. There are a lot of children in the hostel that I'm staying at right now, so I can literally do nothing about the sounds and the screaming. So I do apologize. You're gonna have to ignore that. But yeah, like I said, $127 is gonna be your major target, and from there we may see a quick little pullback. Now let's jump into the Binance chart. So jumping into Binance on the 4-hourly chart, we are seeing a bearish divergence as well on the 4-hourly chart. So multiple bearish divergences on multiple time frames is potentially suggesting that we are going to see a pullback. Now, if I bring back the drawings over here, actually that is not necessary for now at least. The 4-hourly stochastic RSI is in the oversold, so this is a great entry point in my opinion, based on the 4-hourly chart. But then again, the 4-hourly chart is not the most important time frame. We do look at it for short-term movements, but I would stick to the daily chart if you want to enter for the long term. Now, the 4-hourly RSI is moving to the downside as well over here. We are printing a higher low on the 4-hourly RSI, as well as the price action. So no divergences over there. And if we quickly jump into the daily chart here, back to the daily chart, I do want to show you some support and resistance levels on the RSI. I do apologize for the lagging. The internet isn't the best, but we gotta do what we gotta do with what we got. So basically, what happened over here is we broke through this resistance that we've had ever since December 4th. And I always tell you, once you start breaking through these major horizontal resistance levels, you are going to potentially see strong movements. And this is exactly what we saw here with Luna. You saw a back test of support over here of this white trend line, which was a resistance previously as well. Right now, we're holding that as support. So right now, we are potentially gonna still see another move to the upside, get oversold or overbought. I apologize, overbought over here. And after that, that's when you're gonna start breaking down from that rising wedge and potentially meet the target. This is the daily RSI, by the way. So if I can just draw another trend line over here so that you can keep an eye on it as well, because this is where you can potentially land if you start moving to the downside after you break down from the rising wedge. So as you can see, you do have, we're gonna change the color of this. Let's make it red. So you can potentially land on this red trend line once you start losing the support of the rising wedge. So this is something that you can target even without looking at the price action. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's basically Luna for you. If we start zooming out on the daily chart, we do have a Fibonacci setup over here. It's a different one on a smaller smaller scale Fibonacci retracement with the targets to the downside or to the upside. I do apologize. So we have the swing low here September and a swing high beginning of October. We got to the second fib level here at $103. Once again, as you can see, getting rejected from this zone. The next target is going to be at $126, which is roughly the same target as the second fib level on the previous chart with the large fib. But overall, Luna is doing incredibly well as always, but this is a potential over here, a potential strong resistance that's going to send us back down to the 1.618 over here at $78. So do keep an eye on this level as well. Draw out all the fibs, draw out all the support and resistance levels so that you can look at them at any time without needing to come back to this video. But that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.